Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Miami Dolphins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Second down, here's Simeon. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. First carry for Amir Abdullah. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. It's a pickup of 3 that time. And that'll be good for an Arizona first down. They go play action here on first down. Complete to the tight end, Jason Morrow. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? See if they stay on the ground for second down. Simeon now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Now a play fake, and it's Simeon. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. Again, it's Mixon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defense.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. Past the 20. All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Will Fuller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Now a 1st down throw, Simeon. And he fires one incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. From the gun, here's Simeon. And this is incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
Throwing on third down, Simeon. It's caught, Nelson. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. To the air again, Simeon. A screen complete to Crowell. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
From the 50, it's Simeon. It's caught by Crowell. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Simeon on first down. Caught by Nelson left side. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right near the 27. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, here's Crowell. Gets past him at the 10. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a third and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trevor Simeon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And his kick is right through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Play action. They'll throw. The Cowboys got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Chris Conley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. As a coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Here's Franks now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Darren Lee in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Play action. It's Simeon. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
We saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run here. Abdullah. And he'll be taken down at the 34. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Patrick Murray now on for the field goal. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out, and his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Mixon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Back to throw here. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a 2nd down. Now back to throw. Caught here by Conley. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Chris Conley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll fake the handoff. Now Simeon, flush to his right. And Nelson's got it here right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 1st down, it's Simeon. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! No, check! Patriot!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Fuller. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. First down, he'll drop to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Check, Patriot!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And this one is right through. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now they run with Mixon. Always got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, You're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, Simeon lets it go for Nelson. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Flexing his muscle at the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, and his ninth are able to grow their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully.
And Crowell lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
They begin with a run by Crowell, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
The play clock's running down. Now Simeon. His throw incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Simeon. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Now it's Simeon. And he rifles one incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there.
got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go.
Simeon throwing again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. So will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now Mixon. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here we go now. 3.
They'll run here with Mixon. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
He's letting this one go for Fuller, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Back to throw, Simeon. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. From the gun, here's Simeon. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go now. Green. No. Check. Patriots.
Throwing again is Simeon. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Nixon gets the nod to start the drive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second down following the run.
Here we go now. Gun.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
No. Check. Patriot.
He'll look to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Standing just outside his own goal line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taken in at the 22. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 2nd and 10, Simeon. Amaro's got it, left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
No. Check. Patriot. Back 99, Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Now a first down throw, Simeon. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Darren Lee in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. On 2nd down, here's Simeon. And he's going to go down again.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Leopard. Hurry up. Here we go. Watch it now, Marty.
3rd and long. It's Simeon. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going underneath for Crowell. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. The toss play to Mixon. And he's got room. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Let's go! 3-19! All right, now, look, Detroit! Over! Back down in Philly, here we go!
On the toss, Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Let's go! Blue landing! All right, now, watch him now, Barney! Check.
A handoff as they run the counter play. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Back down in Philly, here we go!
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Watch him now, Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Robert Kindici in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to the air, Simeon on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.